All right, welcome back. I'm your man, Bad Chad, and Queen Jolene's on the camera, and we are on air. We're going to work on the sail panel today. Yesterday we did the cutout. We applied it on the car. We got a lot of good comments back, and I'm thinking that we're on the right direction. I really do. I think we're on the right direction. So we're just going to continue on with that. We're going to, like Jolene said, we're going to make it 3D. We're going to put a piece in here that's cut off. We remember. There's a post there, their back window there, and had a pinch weld there, had a different shape going on here with the back window. Basically, we've gotten rid of all of it. What I need is I need a piece up in here. You can see there's, roof up in here. We need a piece up in there. And then we need a piece down around here to make that 3D thing going on. Okay, so let's do it. Piece of paper. Thanks for coming back, everybody. We really appreciate it. Jolene's look amazing today. Lots of good comments last night, she said. It was good. Thank you. We appreciate it. She fooled me today when we started. She put the camera up and she said 1, 2, 3. And then I started rocking and rolling, so she got me. I shouldn't tell her, but that kind of worked. Now I got a spot right here where the door, where the post was. There's a piece here that's kind of gnawed up here a little bit. I'm going to have to repair that, obviously, because it's obviously not going to fit here and go straight across and fit that line where it's gnawed up, but it'll fit back here, so I'm going to have to actually do a little something there. And whatever I do to fix it, you're going to get to watch. So I'm going to square that up on there so I know exactly what the first cut is. And I'm in the middle of this Bristol board because, is it long enough?
No.
Just trying to get that dirty finger trick. You know the dirty finger trick? If you haven't seen it yet, this is the time. It's just because if you think something's straight, it's generally not. I'm gonna mark that with a marker because I'll disappear when I get going with it. Get going with the. Just probably go outside the line a little bit, and then I can get it up there, and then I can sand it off. That's the best thing about a car is that it'll hold your piece that you're making. If you want to take your welder and tack it to the car, it'll hold it for you. The car will hold that piece of metal if you want to sand it to make it fit something. So what I'm saying is if I get that up in there and it's not fitting exactly where it's going to fit, I'm going to tack it, I'm going to let the car hold it, and then I'm going to sand it to make it fit, basically. And we want that little bit longer. So I'll have to deal with that on the piece of metal when I go to put it up in there. That's what I'll do. I get a little piece where it jogs in out here. This is where the door was. The door came in. This is where the back window was. There's a little piece jogged out here. And the pattern shows it. I'm jogged out here a little bit. That's where the door was. And this is where the back window was, where it's a little bit wider. What I think I'm going to do, I'm just going to make that a little bit wider there. Not take it all. And then I'll fill some of that with the weld and the metal. Take up some of that space. Jolene doing, what do they call it, honey? Beauty shots? Mm-hmm. Beauty shots. And you know what beauty is? It's in the eyes of the beholder. To some it's not, and some it's beautiful, basically. And it doesn't matter, as long as it raises your eyebrows, makes you think about something. Check this out, would you? Check the wheels out. Let's check this out. Let Jolene do a beauty shot for a second. She painted the wheels up last night. She said, you know what, every job that we do generally, we do not have the right wheels on it, and it don't look that good for the videos. So Jolene came in last night, and I sat there and had a beer and watched her paint the wheels, and she did an excellent job. Beautiful. Now, she's always got a job to do. Make the wheels look good on the car that come in. Make the wheels look good on the car that come in. I'm kind of excited on this one a little bit. I gotta get the roof, get a little bit more on that. Jolene has figured out already how it's going to connect and come off. I think it's a great idea. I think it's a great idea what she's come up with. Or that's what I'm going to try first, because her idea sounds to me like it would work. To be honest with you, that's why I would try it. There's nothing worse. How much longer was that? About that much long?
I don't know.
Too short? I'm going to break it that one. I'll take it there. Get an idea and lead you down to a rabbit hole when there's no chance of it could ever happening, or take you too much time, or cost you, way too much money or whatever. But sometimes decisions, make or break a person. Decisions. And that's in life and on a hot rod. And when you have a lot of people giving you a lot of different suggestions, sometimes it's hard to cipher your way through. I'm going to cut that. But what I would think is just stay true to yourself and do what makes you happy. That's for sure. Do what makes you happy. That back window section, like I said, there's so many different ways you can do that. Right or wrong, we're going with it. We had a lovely couple from Sydney in today. They were nice people. Took a while, didn't it? This will probably be my first piece to go up in there. But you have to make a piece like this to, well, basically what I've got going on is, if I try to pick it up now and leave it, well, you wouldn't want to leave it like that. You want to finish it off. Basically, that's what I'm trying to do. But so when you pick it up, you haven't got something sharp going on there. Is what I'm thinking. And you know what I should do before I put it in there?
Clean it. Polish it.
Jolene said it. I should polish it probably. It's something that I should be doing full time, no matter what it is. Get the metal scratched up so you don't have to get in there and do it after. If you do not have your metal prepped, obviously that's why things go backwards. That's why products have been made, I guess, basically for people that don't get their products ready. So, what's going on here is that had to be There you go. That had to be, what can I say, figured out and ground and figured out before I start doing this, obviously. So, beautiful. You are. All right, this is what I'm going to do. What I'm going to do is, this is a little bit big. What I'm going to do, I'm going to stick it on the outside, and then I'll go to the inside, and then I'll stick it on, and then I'll sand the inside off. That's what I think I want to do. I think I want to make the outside look the best it can. Like I said, the car can be your friend sometimes and help you hold what you're doing, and I do it all the time. I think I even showed that making the quarter panels or the back quarters on that. I let the car do the job. There still is probably maybe a little hammer and dolling I'll do there before we mutter out, but it looks real good. I mean, I don't know what else to say. Sometimes I like to do it with the least amount of things I can. That way there I don't have to keep running for everything or have a shop full of tools. Sometimes it's, all right, let's tack it on. A shop full of tools don't build the car. It does not build the car. I'll stick it here in the corner. One, it holds it. This is the time when you take a look. Never just start taking off and start winding her on there, because you're going to be sadly mistaken. So we're going to get it fitting the best we can. And I'm thinking I'm going to want to fit that over there the best I can. Now, what I've done here is I've decided okay. I'm going to go like that, hit it on the inside. I'm going to sand this front side off, I guess, and then hit it right. Now it's not going to move. Just trigger it. Get the hold. Got the hold. Now we're just going to take a look at it. I'm going to go in the inside, make it stick on. And the reason I'm going to make it stick on the inside, because I did not flush it out on this side. I did not flush it out. I made sure I had the fitment up here I wanted, and then whatever it did down here left me, like if you come down here you can see it left me some, and I was going to leave it all to the inside, but this cut right here made my decision. I wanted to get that cut with a little bit of gap in it, and what it did is it left me out there a little bit, but I've got enough on the inside that I can butt weld it right on, or the way I want to do it, put it on. I've got enough in the inside, so I'm just going to go to the inside, tack that on, and then we'll sand each side, not just one side, both sides, and make it work the best. So we can get it to sand. I don't know if you want to come from the other side, sweetheart, or if that would be the best for you. Now, you can see I got this piece here and I got this all the way down there, and I got this to do. Well, I don't want to do this until I do this. I'll do this, and then I can set my piece on there, and then I can trace that out, and I can weld it right along there and finish it along there and be fine with it. So that's what I'm planning on doing there. When I push this up tight like that, you can see how we're just inside there, where it should be. Beautiful. And wherever it's nice and tight and right, I'll hit it. And then this has got to be sanded off some, obviously. I'm going to sand it off and knock it off. There's one other I can get. Just making sure it holds, that's all. All right, I'm going to get the sander wheel sanded off and tack it on, and then we'll make that piece. actually going to use, not sure what I'm going to use. Am I going to use the hard disc or the flapper wheel? See what happens. Get this thing caught up there and then you know what it goes like. That answered it, didn't it? That answered it, didn't it? That answered it. Now, on something like this, as you look at that, you're thinking sand it off, get it level to the surface where you want to weld, and weld it on. But in all actual fact, that piece of metal right there, see this coming, see this tagging here like this? Come here for a sec. See that hanging it there like that? I want to sand that off. If I go and take the grinder, grinder's going that way. I'm going to try to sand that off. What it's going to do is it's going to grab that and it's going to try to tear it off. So I'm going to actually take and grind it so the grinder's going this way and put the metal back up on the car. Just a little tip, if you're going to grind something like that, don't go that down, don't try to tear it off the car. Push it on the car so it stays on the car, basically. So if you're sanding on the car, make the metal go towards the car. Cool off for a second. And I want it down far enough you can see right now, you can see that's flush with that. When I weld that, if I weld that on now, then the weld's going to be stuck out here, bubbled out. If I get that ground down just a little bit more edge of it, then when I want the weld like that, so it's on the corner of everything. If I leave it, like I say, if I leave it up above too much and flushed off too much, then I'll have sort of a mess when I go to grind it off. I don't want that. Take a look at it. Looks pretty decent. Let's tack it on. Looks decent. Looks decent. There was a picture that Jolene got of the car without the post on the front of the door. And it just has this post coming up and it has the roof going. Looks really good. Looks really good. That's where it comes in, changing your mind sometimes, you know. Sometimes you see something that you like. What I'm looking for is I got the same distance basically going on through here all the way down is all I'm looking for. And all I'm saying is if it looks the same, I'll weld it. If it don't, I don't. It looks pretty decent to me. Can't see. Easier to just close my eyes and putting the wire, put that far out. I'm putting it exactly where I want to weld. I'm closing my eyes, pulling the trigger. Closing my eyes, pulling the trigger. Put it exactly where I want. Do not move it. That's why I got a finger on the car. I got a finger on the car and I got my welder in my thumb and I stick it there to keep myself steady. Leave it right there, pull the trigger. Let off. The only reason I'm doing that right at the present moment because when I go to put my helmet down, I can't see. Lead. That's for you and me. Alrighty, we're going to tack that there. I'm going to go on the inside, make sure that's ground off and tacked up. I got quite a bit to do on that one. Well, I say quite a bit, but more so than... Let's do it. Actually, you don't need the noise, to be honest with you. I've got this piece in there, I've got this going down there, I've got to sand off a little bit on this side to make it match up where I want to match it up on the inside here. I don't think I need to do that, make noise. Let's make this piece there. Let's do that. Let's do that. All right. Now, what I'm going to do is, this is what I'm thinking. I'll add a piece on here. We'll cap this and come down around. And then it would be time for the piece to lay on this way to cap it off there. And what am I going to say? I'm not going to say anything. Let's just do it. Let's just do it. Hard to believe, you know, just cardboard paper and then go for it, right? Cardboard paper and go for it. Have a little bigger piece, I think. Bristol board and go for it. Make a pattern, make it fit, and go for it. Hope that's wide enough. Just make it a little bit wider because I got quite a bit of a shape there to make. I just can't, it's not just going to be a straight piece. I cut a 2-inch piece and slide in there. No, this got shape to it here, so I'm going to have to make that shape on this side, which will make it. Look at that now, would you? I'm going to tell you something right now. I better go buy a ticket. There we go. I want the outside shape. It's what I'm welding to. The inside shape I'm making. It's all on me. Oh, going to do that. Just going to do this. Measure that there. Just took that. Same piece, same thing, same distance. Let's do it. Just going to keep an eye on that side of that line there and try to keep the same distance away. That's what you call freedom right there. Freedom! Didn't you grab tape measure, didn't do nothing. Made a decision and went for it. How do you like that? That just made me happy. Huh? That easy. I've done the restoration stuff. It's what can I say? It's very gratifying when it's done. But the expression is in the end. This is all the way through, if you know what I'm trying to tell you. I can make, myself happy so many times on this car. I made myself happy when we got the trunk in place. Then I made myself happy that we got the trunk welded up and we got it fitting okay in place. Then I'm very happy that we got the running, basically I can do that. With the restoration, you kind of wait till it gets done because it's already been done. So, now, I want this to point the right way. I want to stop it. I'm not having such good luck. Okay, what I'm going to do is, it's going to have to be made longer, obviously, by about an inch. Let's make it longer by an inch. Not a very good pattern, but I'm going to say make it longer by an inch. Oh yeah, which end? Which way to have that going? Yeah, we'll go that way, I guess. We got a straight edge down there, we might as well use it. Or we lose it when we cut this piece. Keep it the same. Just make it a little bit longer, and then we'll cut it. I guess. That's all I can do. I'm gonna make this quiet for me and you. I'm gonna use the shear on this little bad boy. Jolene get to come around here and show what it looks like? Good. Good, you get to see it? Yeah. When I was talking about the removable of the roof and attaching it and that sort of stuff, Jolene come up with the idea like we did on the race car hauler when we take the back wheel wells off, or what do you call them? The back tubs over the wheels of the race car hauler. When you take them off, there's a little rubber T that you pull down that hooks on very easily. Could be done in many different areas on that. I think that would be very reasonable price to do it that way. What am I going to say? Other than I would like to have whatever we use, it would be nice that it was clean and can I say, good looking. You know, we don't want to have nothing that's not good looking. Shouldn't say that. Hammer, flatten this bad boy out. That's the issue right there when I use that machine. Sometimes I get that stretched metal thing, and sometimes I feel like it's worth it, and sometimes I don't feel like it. See how it's bent there at the bottom? And that happens in that little shear lot. And what that does is it slows you down because you have to come over and, you know, grab the hammer and then start. What's that, sweetheart?
Polish it.
You want me to move that?
Polish it.
Oh.
Before you...
Jolene wants me to polish it, not move it. Polish it, she said. Polish it. He's no tortoise, he's no shell, he's got no... Yeah, it goes like that. To me, that goes in there like that. Let's bend this up as best we can. This little opening was designed by Jolene McIntyre. And it was from her phone, just playing around her phone, seeing weather. Get out of my glove, you. All right, what I'm going to do is, now, I think I'm going to get it fit better first before I start tacking it in there, because it's pretty easy to tack it in there. It's harder to make it fit right before you tack it in there, I guess. We'll get that one and in there a little bit further. I don't know if that did or not, but it's like playing with putty. A little bit stronger. That's not bad. And then I can, that's good there, right there. All right, I'm going to tack it on and go for it. I can mess with it, and that's not one thing I'm going to do very long before I say weld it on. You know what I'm trying to tell you. So, I'm happy with the center of that. I'm happy how far that comes out there. That's what I'm happy with. I'm going to tell myself all the stuff I'm happy with, and then we'll deal with it. I'm just going to tack that on there because I'm happy with that fitment right there. That's why I'm going to tack it on there. Close my eyes. Boom. Now, if I do not stop and take a look, it'll be my own demise on that one. Because, let's face it, I like, can I push it in there harder? I guess I figure I got it in place. That was good because what I want is, as when I look through the car, I want to look straight through. I don't want it hanging out that way or back too far. I want to look straight through that sort of deal thing, if you know what I'm trying to tell you. I see random comments, you know, every once in a while when I'm on the old pooper scooper and I sit still and look at the computer. He said, I can't stand it when he says, if you know what I'm trying to tell you. Well, you know what I'm trying to tell you? I'm not sure. I want everybody to understand, I guess. If you know what I'm trying to tell you. I want everybody to understand. Now, that there. I'm going to hit that with a hammer. And the only reason I'm going to hit with a hammer is because I can. And you can too. At no certain point can I make that part there any smaller than that. So I can't beat it up to there because that makes it smaller than that. And that wouldn't look good. So I basically, well, that's going to be cut. I'm not even paying attention here. I've got to zip cut the overlapped on this piece. I don't want to overlap it. I want to zip cut it. Ooh, that's scary. Yeah, see what I did? I want to twist that metal so that it stays up there. Now, I want that to stay. I want that to stay. Let's do this. Put my arm on it. Hot. I didn't even get it. It's gonna get this time though. I got it. We're still in the flat part. We're not down over the round. We're a little bit free falling there, but we have got no paint, no primer, no nothing on this. I'm figuring we're gonna come up a lot higher. I'm gonna hit this again because I haven't got a helmet on. Close my eyes. Good, it's not, see, I got this distance here. I didn't want it any smaller there. Probably could, it's gonna have other stuff on it, fuller than this. Let's get this going. Watch your eyeballs. Just aiming and pulling the trigger. Man, when I push that up there, I'm going to put a hammer on it and see if I can't bend it up there. So I want this piece to stay here without me bending that up. So every time I bend that, watch, see that? I don't want that. See how it's doing that? I want to push that up without having that. Much happier. Delighted. Happy about that. I'm at where I need to be. And at any point in time, all this stuff, this sharp stuff can change. It's like, let's face it, it can change at any point in time. I'm just trying to get it capped up, looking right, which I have. I'm going to take and knock that off for a second. We're going to do is make some noise for a second. Can't do that. Can't do that. It rung my ears. Good, like you can't even tell that, or that's what we want. We don't want to know what's going on there. We just want to know that there's a roof on there. Nobody wants to know how the caramel was built. They just want to see it done or eat it. Now, if I put that on, put the light on this side, you want to come take a look at it. I'm going to cut that off and weld that up. But now you can see how I'm going to put that on. I've got this here, all this in there. I can cap that. I'm not sure how, not sure yet, but basically that's what's going on there. I'm going to weld this piece in from this side. Basically just trying to get the metal tight, that's all. Ah! Hit it. Not gonna do that anymore. Not doing that anymore. Put a glove on it, get the heat out of it. Put a glove on it. You know, as I talk about putting air on things, some people use water and a rag. Sometimes I'll take my glove and take the heat out of my hand. Going in my hand, get my glove hot. It's obviously taking the heat away from that. If I'm putting some heat in my glove, I'll do that sometimes. At all times, take what you like and throw away the rest. And throw away the rest. Now, I sort of want to cut that and make that fit. And another side of me is thinking, I don't know what it's thinking. I'm just going to leave that like that for a second, I guess. And I can say one thing for sure. As I was grinding off stuff and cutting stuff off on the inside, when I had to cut a bunch of stuff on the inside of this, on this post here for the headliner. You can see where I was grinding all the marks off. There were pieces that were spot welded to the molding or the roof there. I had to cut them off. Cut that line sort of coming straight to go with the other line that's underneath of it. And when I'm doing that, that is the time that in my opinion, that is the time right there how you figure out how to build something or make something. When you're ripping something apart, when you're tearing it apart, that's how you figure it out. If you do not tear it apart, well, then it's hard to come in and just, you know, this is what I'm going to do and that, whatever. But as you're tearing it apart, I find it's much easier to get a place where you're going to be happy with. And when I tore it apart, I basically knew where I was going when I tore it apart. Didn't know that before, but there is a benefit of being the person that tears things apart. I'm just going to have to put some weld in that. I think that looks fine. I think that looks fine, don't you, sweetheart? I'm gonna put a little more weld on it just to make it look a little bit better. Don't need those. Just need my glasses. Don't need my glasses. Just need the welder. Okay, grind that off. See that metal? See, come over here. See, there's an edge there. No sense me welding that up. There's an edge there. I can't weld that on there. I have to knock it off and get it so I can leave the weld. I can grind it all off. The simplest little things, I guess, are the things, the simplest little things. Good. Feeding a little more on there, because I think it was telling me to. Have you got time for anything, for another one? What time is it?
We're at 43.
We're at 43. No, I don't think I'm worried about it right now. We'll just go with that. Just looking at it. I'm going to take some heat away from it, I guess. That's what I'm going to do. So that's the start. That is the start of getting the roof gathered up and getting it so it fits down there so I can take it off. Basically, this is what Jolene has come up with. A pin on this side, a pin on that side, and a hole down in the center. A pin in the middle, and 2 hole downs on the back. And it could change, obviously. It could be 2 pins, 2 hole downs, 1 pin and 2 hole downs. It can be that also. But she's thinking them little things that you pull, the little rubber things you pull and clip on. If I could get something that was attractive, that makes a difference. Then I can put a little tiny clip here on this post here where the window post is. I can put a little clip on there, and if it's fairly attractive, we could pull that down, clip that on there very easily to make that work. And to put a line-up peg in it seems to be pretty basic. Sometimes it is and sometimes it isn't. I think what I'm going to do with this roof here, I'm going to come along on the inside here and clean up a little bit. And I think I'm going to tack the roof on from the inside. I got a roof, I'm going to tack that on from the inside. And the reason being is, if I tack it on from the inside, at least I'll know it's tacked when I start cutting it off from the outside. What else? Did I learn anything? What did I learn? It's going good. I can put that piece on.
Thank you.
Must be getting faster. Got two pieces in less than an hour. I'm getting faster. Getting faster. That's all there is to it. This is my piece, or a pair of scissors. That's what it needed. Right there. I didn't draw that end. It's right there. You know what I mean? I didn't draw the hardest part. Son of a... Try that. I actually want to, yeah, I've got that tacked on there. Where? I just want to see if that's tacked on there good. Not really. I got a couple places in here one tack. I don't think I got it. Or I know I didn't get it. Got her that time. Got her that time. Taking some heat out of it. Not that it's going anywhere. There's nothing really there to warp, but I don't know. Just take the heat out of it, I guess. That piece looks like it's funny. It looks like in the picture, it looks really funny, does it not? But that piece there is absolute dynamite. It's dynamite. It's absolutely dynamite. And the reason I say it's dynamite is because it fits good. Let's shut that back off. Going for it again. Can you get 3 in? Can you get 3 in? Generally, I can tell how long I'm doing something by how much I can get done. Generally, I figure about a piece an hour, but where them are pieces are just being tacked in and moving on, I guess I can put them in fairly quick. And that's from doing it every day. Every day. Get a little more there, maybe a little more action there. We'll make a nice straight line in that if we can. We will. I don't think we want to follow that marker line, I don't think. It's got a different action going on there, so take a little bit of it off. So chopping a car up is one thing. And then, you know what? That there's pretty decent for a pattern. No, it's not actually decent for a pattern at all. Let me do this. I'm gonna cut that off. No need me going up there on that. No need whatsoever. Take a look at this bad boy as we get going here. We've got that done. Get. I need to go a little bit longer to get back to there, and that's where I'm going to go. I'm going to go back to that, and that way there. And I'm going to leave that metal hang down a little bit like that. I can cut that off after. I can cut that off after. You know what I'm trying to tell you. Go a little bit longer and a little bit shorter. Feet of the dog getting lit in. Whole wheat shreddies. Let's do it. This stuff is very sharp. Where I've cut it with a zip cut. Got to watch it. Sharp. Not like Jolene sharp. I mean like cut you sharp. Now when I put that pattern in there, I need it length. I need it that much more. I need to go that way straight. And then this here. And that there seemed to be fine. And this needed some down here. Let's do it. Keep that. Nah, just leave it for a second. Get it mixed up with it. I'm not throwing anything out, so I'll just leave it be. And then we'll continue on from there. Let's get the old zip cut rolling. No, let's make this. Let's do this. Got a smaller piece of metal. Let's do it. Halfway on the line. It's not on the line. We just pretend. Just have to go around with the hammer, that's all, and flatten the edges down. Basically what's going to happen. As I'm doing this, I honestly still don't know. I still don't know the true shape that it's going to be. I still don't know, or the true how this is going to fit down there. I'm going to have to probably put that back on when all the body work's done, and then I'll probably have to go around it and see where it's hitting, holding it up, because there's a place over in the other corner that's holding it up. Let's do this bit. Little bad spot there on the tip of it. Go straight with the hammer. Ah! Back there. All right, let's see what she looks like, basically. Isn't that what everybody wants to know, what she looks like? Huh? Everybody wants to know. That goes in there like so. Gonna bend that, obviously. See, I can put that on there and then cut that off. What I'm liking about that, I can cut that off. After bend that off, cut that, make that fit. Same with all this stuff here. I can make all that. Tack, tack, patty whack, give a dog a bone. This old man. Ah. And there's still a piece that got to be capped off at the bottom. And what I mean by capped off at the bottom is I can't just leave this wide open. I suppose I could. I'm going to nail that right there because it fits. Most important lesson of all, take a look after I've got it tacked. That's the basic. That's the basic. That's the end of it. That's the one. To me, I like that. And the reason I like that is because it fits down in here. I got something to cut off or fit it all the way here. The only issue I have is right here, and that's just cutting off and lay that in there. That's basically all that is, and getting something in there to chew that off. But this is up here nice. I'm going to straighten that off. You can see how that goes up there like you don't want that. I'm going to tack a couple more places on here. I'm only going to hit it where I like it. And that's, taking a look over here, I'm only going to hit where I like it. Too much metal going a couple places there. Now, I'm going to get the zip cut. You stay where you're at, Jolene. This is the stuff that sometimes can make or break a nice job. See that's going up there like that? I don't want that. Let's cut it off and make it come to there and make it look better. That's what I'm thinking. Like I could have made a better pattern, better piece, all that sort of stuff, but I'm up in here and I'm going for it. I have a chance to cut that and I'm just going to make it look better. Basically, when I weld that up there, that'll go up through there nice. I probably could cut it up a little bit further, but I'm not going to. Just going to push that in there, apply that to it, and call it what? A start to having something. Basically, this is all this is. This is all this is a start. We're going to pull it over something. Nice and clean there, that's why I hit it there and hit it. Basically just got to take a zip cut, cut that along there, push that in there. We're going to do that. Let's do it. Cut off later. Nope, don't want to do that. I want to cut more off. I'll straighten that out after. There you go. What do I get? What do I want to get? I'd like to have that cleaned there if I could. I get something, come in here and cut that off before I weld that up tight. And I still have to keep trimming that along there so that fits that. What I'm guessing. Basically up here somewhere probably. Get it cut up there with that. Get that done. This is all going to have to be filled out here, obviously. Like, I mean, this is going to be part of the car and part of the paint. So this is going to look nice here, and this is going to have to look nice. Just kind of figuring how we're going to get that both to look nice. This is going to have to be all primed, get ready for paint, and then this is going to have to make fit. Now I don't know if I'm going to have to push that in further, what I'm going to have to make the bottom of that look like to bring it together at the bottom, because I just don't know yet. Basically, all I'm doing is closing it off so I can get it looking right. You'll have to thank Jolene for that excellent camera work. I think we're going to shut the welder off. And we're going to thank everybody for coming back. We really appreciate it. Throw in a comment, throw in a share, throw in, I don't know, get someone to subscribe that enjoys old cars. But we're going to give you 50. Hope you come back tomorrow. And if you do, we will be here. And thank everybody. Appreciate it. Thank you. Lost count. Not sure. Have a great day, everybody. Come back tomorrow, and I'll be there.